Pam. I'm a 29-year-old housewife. This is my husband Bob and my son John. I had such a wonderful family. I loved them so much. And everyone in this town was really nice too. Life was good. I was the luckiest person ever. But I've had my share of problems too. Up until recently, I had really curly hair and it was out of control. Every morning I woke up looking like this. It took me hours to straighten out my hair each morning. It was really time-consuming and it was really annoying. But then I came across this shampoo and it solved all of my problems. It was released about a year ago and it was a revolutionary product. It really changed my life. I no longer had to deal with curly hair, and it was great. I can't imagine my life without this thing. It was the best shampoo ever! But there was just one problem. This shampoo was very expensive. I was in charge of the money, so I was a bit worried. It was more expensive than any shampoo I've used in my life. But without it, my hair would be a mess, you know? And the viewers love my hair too. It's like my trademark now. So I gotta keep this hairstyle no matter what. Anyway, sorry for getting off topic. So, as I was saying, this shampoo was really expensive. I know how hard Bob worked to provide for us, so I felt kind of bad. But he once said to me,
"It might be expensive, but it's for your well-being, so I think it's worth it. Don't worry about it, babe."
Ah, he's so sweet. I'm so glad I married him. Anyways, when the other moms at school saw my new hair, they all loved it. Your hair looks great, Pam. Yeah, maybe I should start using that shampoo too. It's called Panicore, right? I really want to try it. But it's expensive, right? Yeah, it's quite pricey. But I no longer have to spend hours doing my hair, so I think it's worth it. I've always had really curly hair and it was driving me nuts, so... I see! My friends Jenna and Ali were really happy for me. But Blair, she saw things differently. So you're basically bragging about how much money you got. Well, mission accomplished, congratulations! What? No, I'm so jealous. I wish my husband made that much. Happy? Stop it, Blair! You know she's not like that. And what's wrong with buying luxurious items once in a while? Yeah, we're always broke, but we use really good toilet paper. We can't just use cheap ones. Yeah, I know what you mean. Some things you just can't give up. You just gotta save money on other things. Yep. Blair stopped being mean to me after that, but it was still a bit awkward. I don't know why she was being like this. That night... what the... I'm almost out? That's strange. After getting out of the shower, I asked my husband, "Hey, did you use my shampoo today?" "It's okay if you did, I was just wondering."
What? No, of course not. I know how important that is to you. And I got short hair. I always use normal shampoo.
Oh, okay. My son used kids' shampoo, and there was nobody else in the house, so maybe it's just in my head. I probably used too much. I better be careful. This thing is really expensive, so I started using less of it. But a week later, I was almost out again. It didn't add up. What the? This makes no sense. Did it evaporate or something? No, it can't be. Someone's stealing from me, I think. That's the only explanation. And that means it was most likely one of the moms from John's school, because they were the only ones who knew about this. And they're the only ones who have been to my house in the last few months. But since my place was right next to the bus stop, lots of moms came by. So it could have been anyone. I had to narrow it down. About a week later, I was almost out. Someone was stealing from me for sure. I started writing down who came over at what time. But there was just so many, I couldn't keep track of everyone. Then one day, I got a text from one of my friends, Jenna. Hey Pam, can I ask you something? Sure, what is it? This might sound a bit strange, but when you guys came over to our house the other day, my toilet paper went missing. It was really excessive and I just got it. But when I checked the bathroom after everyone left, it was all gone. I think someone's stealing from me. Wait, this is happening to you too? Someone's been stealing my shampoo. It has to be one of the moms. They're the only ones that have been in my house. Oh no. But why did you text me? What if I'm the one responsible? I know it wasn't you. The day it happened, your son got sick. You weren't there. So it couldn't have been you. Plus, I trust you, Pam. I know you'd never do this. Thanks. I trust you too, Jenna. So we started looking into it. We made a list of people who came over to our house in the past week. We managed to narrow down our choices, and we had a pretty good idea who was behind this. It was Blair. She's unbelievable. What the hell is wrong with her? Seriously. What kind of person steals from a friend? I was furious. But so far, I didn't have any proof. I thought about not letting her in the house, but I couldn't just single her out. We didn't know what to do about her. But we were pretty sure it was her, because every time she came over, something went missing. But then, just as I was about to run out of my shampoo, I came up with this plan. 3 days later, my friends came over for some tea. Blair was there too. That night, Blair came to our house. She sounded mad. Hey, what have you done? What did you put in that shampoo bottle? Ah! I froze up. Her hair was a mess. It was really sticky and oily. And it smelled horrible. How dare you? You did this on purpose to mess up my hair. What's wrong with you? This isn't the shampoo you always use. It's all sticky and stuff. And it stinks. I had to try really hard not to laugh. What shampoo are you talking about? The one in your bathtub. What? You used that thing? That was Saracen. You washed your hair with Saracen? Sarah what? Saracen. What is that? It's a type of glue. What? You put glue in your shampoo bottle? How dare you? I knew you were upset that I've been stealing from you, but still, this is wrong. Hey, hold on. I know you've been stealing from me, but I didn't put glue in my shampoo bottle or anything. And another thing, Saracen is all natural. It's produced by silkworms. It's a form of protein, actually. It can also be used as a glue, so sometimes doctors use it to heal wounds and stuff. People have been using it for 3,000 years now. It's really good for you, actually. But why was that in your shampoo bottle? Well, I was pretty happy with the new shampoo. But I read this article, and it said that if I mix some Saracen in, it'll make my hair even better, so I tried and it worked great. But I was almost out of my shampoo, so I ordered a bottle of Saracen and started mixing it with my shampoo. I needed a bottle to store the rest of the Saracen, and I think you took that one by accident. I wrote silk with a Sharpie. You didn't see it? Yeah, but I didn't know that's what it meant. Well, now you know. I still can't believe you used all of it, though. When I use it, I just take a little bit and thin it out with, water and stuff. But you just put it all on your hair, so it's gonna take you a while to get out. You should have washed it more before you came over. Well, too late now. She seemed a bit relieved to find out that it wasn't poison or anything. But I wasn't done with her. I knew you were stealing from me, and I did this to get back at you. But I wasn't expecting you to come over to my house like this. You've got some nerve showing up here. What? You stole from me. You're a thief. I'm calling the cops right now. Cops? Oh, come on. It was just shampoo. Aren't you overreacting a bit?
I don't think so. My wife is absolutely right.
Then my husband came out from the living room.
You stole property from our house. That's theft. It's as simple as that. And you know how much that shampoo meant to her. You stole from my wife, and now you're gonna pay the price. I recorded everything you said just now, and the cops are already on their way here. You can talk to them from here on. You want to make excuses? Talk to the cops.
No, please. I was just jealous, okay? My husband wouldn't buy it for me. I just wanted to try it. So what? That doesn't give you the right to steal from me. I'm sorry. Then the cops arrived and took her away. The cops started questioning her, and turns out she's been doing this to all kinds of people. Shampoo, toilet, furniture, cash, you name it. She was a thief. She got sent to prison for a very long time. A few days after her arrest, her husband came over to apologize. He said he was divorcing her. She got released from prison a few years later, but she had multiple lawsuits on her hands and she was up to her neck in debt now. Sucks for her, but oh well, not my problem. She did this to herself, so good riddance. Anyways, with her gone, peace finally returned. My hair never looked better, hee. La 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 la. One night as I was drying my hair.
You're in a good mood.
Yeah, my hair looks great. You like it? I bet you're gonna fall in love with me again.
I doubt it. I'm already in love with you, so... And I love you no matter what kind of hair you have. I love you for who you are.
Oh, Bob, you're so sweet. Love you so much.
My name is Paige, 48 years old. I work at the company that's owned by my father. However, because my father is old already, he's going to be retiring soon. And so, we have a retirement party planned for my father coming up soon. I just finished up some company matters at a client company with my junior colleague, Isaac. And we were at a nearby cafe, having a meeting about the upcoming party. Well then, for the party, we're going to use your connections to invite some band members to play a set. And they're going to get the crowd warmed up. Does that sound okay?
Yes. Leave it to me.
I also heard that Miss Sarah, the manager from Panacore Trading Company, is going to be attending as well. So should I ask her to prepare to sing one song for us? I heard Miss Sarah is really good at singing.
That's a great idea. And then for the very last song, we're going to close down the party with the CEO's rendition of Dragonfly. When he sings Dragonfly, it's probably gonna make me cry.
As you can see, all of the employees at my father's company really look up to my father and respect him. As his daughter, I really treasure my dad, and I admire him. He also gets along well with my husband, Richard, and the two of them go out together on the weekends to go fishing often. And so, I was surrounded by wonderful people, and my life was really peaceful. However, there are all kinds of people in this world. Immediately after meeting at the cafe, I was going to be stuck, having to deal with some awful people. Oh, I'm gonna go use the restroom really quickly. You can go and have a cigarette in the meantime, Isaac. Wait, what's that? In front of the smoking room, there's a really long line.
That's right. The smoking room of this cafe can only take 2 people at once. I usually see a line in here, but I'm fine. Lately, I've been trying to reduce the amount I smoke anyway.
And so I left Isaac at his seat, and I went to the restroom and came back. However, it seemed like the line for the smoking room had gone longer than before. Hey, is it just me? Or are there even more people lined up now?
It seems like the people in there have been using the smoking room for extended periods of time, and they haven't come out. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and have a word with the people that are inside to be more considerate.
What? I think you should just go and tell the cafe employee and leave things like this to them. Wait, Isaac! Oh dear, he's already gone. Isaac is somebody who has a stronger sense of justice than most people. Well, perhaps that's part of what makes him such a trustworthy and reliable associate. From where I was sitting, I could hear Isaac open up the door to the smoking room and could hear his voice.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but there are quite a few people who are lined up for the smoking room. So if you don't mind, could you please open up the room soon?
Isaac politely spoke into the smoking room and bowed down. However...
Excuse you? Who the hell are you? Shut up. Hey, Henry.
You're right. Hey, old man. So what if we're in here? We came into this cafe in the first place because we wanted to smoke here.
That's right. And since they won't let us smoke at our seats, we had no choice but to smoke in here. So shut up and back down.
Wow. In times like this, isn't it the standard procedure to just apologize and come outside? And yet, after being spoken to by Isaac, the people that came out of the smoking room were a young man wearing a suit and a young woman in very flashing clothing. They were calling each other Henry and Hannah, but they were also holding hands, so they must be a couple.
I'm very sorry, but everybody else in line feels the same as you, and they're lining up because they would also like to have a smoke. So if we can't be thoughtful... Excuse you? That's none of my business. It's not our fault that the smoking room in this cafe is so small.
Seriously, if
you want to smoke cigarettes that badly, then you can all just go to a different cafe and smoke there. I see. The type of people that it's useless to try to reason with. While Isaac was speaking with that couple by the smoking room, I quietly went over to the cafe employee and I asked him to please have a word with the couple. And then, the employee went over to the couple and he asked them to please not hog the smoking room to themselves and politely made a request. But...
Excuse you? Why do we have to be lectured by all of you?
This is the worst. We're never coming back to this place ever again. Let's go, Henry. Oh, of course you should be lectured. And this cafe is better off if you never come back here ever again anyway. The couple who angrily came out of the smoking room stormed off. On the other hand, the people who were standing in line thanked Isaac. But then, while Isaac was being thanked, that couple came over and sat down at the table directly next to ours. I see. I was wondering why there were 2 cups left behind at a table where nobody was sitting, but that's where they must have been seated. Unfortunately, next to us. I tried to sit still, avoiding eye contact with them, but then... Oh, seriously, what an annoying old man.
I know, right? You know, old men like that, there's no way they'd ever be popular.
And the young couple picked up their cups of coffee that were nearly full, and they tried to take them over to the tray return. However, this woman named Hannah lost her balance and, to my disbelief, the coffee cup that she was holding in her hand splattered all over my suit, as well as the table that I was sitting at. Ah! Hey! Come on! Ugh, this is the worst! On top of the table was all of the material for my father's CEO retirement party, and it was completely soaked brown. However, when this happened, Hannah and Henry looked over at me. The first thing they said was,
Oh no! Oh wait, Hannah! Did you get any on you? Are you okay?
"Oh yeah, I'm fine. Come on, let's hurry up and get out of a place like this." Well, to be fair, I didn't expect for one second that these 2 would apologize to me anyway. I knew it was going to be a pain, so I didn't say anything at all. Instead, I just pulled out a handkerchief from my bag, and I tried to wipe off the coffee that was all over my suit. But then...
Hey, are you not even going to say sorry? Oh, you're the guy from earlier. Damn it. You've been really annoying me. What's your problem? Oh, I know. Just because you're lonely and you're a loser, you must be jealous of us, isn't that right?
Huh? I see. You were just jealous and you tried to lecture us. How pathetic. As they said that, they put their coffee mugs back on the return tray and tried to leave. But that was when Isaac stepped in again.
Hey, wait!
He tried to stop the 2 of them, but in a small voice, I called over to Isaac and said, "Stop it! People like that, there's no point in talking to them, so just hold it in for now." When I said that, Isaac seemed to come back to reality, and he finally calmed down. And then, he started to wipe off the coffee that Hannah had spilled everywhere. However, then that couple...
Hey, Hannah, look at that. Looks like we hit the nail on the head with that guy. And now he can't say anything back to us.
You're right. It was a nail in the head. And then they started to make fun of Isaac.
What did you say?
Isaac, don't entertain them. When I said that, Isaac bit his lip, and he turned around and went back to wiping off the coffee. When the couple saw that, they seemed satisfied. As they finally walked out of the cafe, but Isaac looked angry. When he turned to me and said,
Earlier, I'm terribly sorry for getting too emotional.
"Well, I do think that's one of your strong suits, Isaac."
No, I regret it.
Well, as for me, If you asked me if I wanted to say something to them, of course, I wanted to yell at them myself, and I could totally understand how Isaac felt. But even if you try to speak with logic to people like them, they're the type of people who would never understand anyway. So all you could do is stay calm and try to ignore them. However, little did I know that after this, I wasn't going to be able to stay calm with what was going to happen. On that day, I finished up my meeting at a client company, and I met up with my husband, Richard, at a high-end sushi restaurant. Richard usually works from home, and since the sushi restaurant was nearby my client company, we decided to meet directly there. Actually, on that day, Richard said he was going to celebrate my promotion, and that's why we had reservations to have dinner at such an expensive sushi restaurant. When I arrived there, Richard had already arrived before me.
Hey, Paige! Congratulations on the promotion!
Thanks. Sorry, did I make you wait?
Don't worry about it. More importantly, come on, let's eat sushi.
However, as Richard and I were enjoying our sushi, the sliding door to the restaurant slid open, and then... oh no. These guys. To my shock, Henry and Hannah appeared, laughing at the top of their lungs as they walked into the restaurant. I was so shocked that I froze when...
What's the matter, Paige?
What? Nothing. On that day, perhaps Isaac left quite a strong impression, because the couple seemed like they didn't remember my face at all. The chef directed them to the seats next to us, and the couple sat down as instructed. If we got involved with these guys, the celebration is going to be ruined. That's what I thought, and I did my best to try not to look in that couple's direction.
But you know, it has been a long time since we had some good sushi. I don't think we've been to a restaurant like this probably in years. Have we?
Over the last couple of years, I was so busy with my job that we didn't even have time to go out to eat together.
But today, since I know how hard you're working every single day, I really wanted you to enjoy it. You know, every now and then, I think it's good to let loose and eat a lot of sushi like this.
But then at that moment, suddenly, the couple sitting next to us started to giggle.
Yeah, I heard. Apparently they haven't been to a restaurant like this in years.
They must be so poor. How sad for them. Unlike someone like you, Henry, who was born to celebrity parents and was able to get a job at such a major company. You can come here as much as you want.
Hey, don't talk about my parents! I can't believe they disowned us like that. Well, since I was at least able to get a job at a major company, all I have to do is get promoted there. And I'm going to show them.
Aw, that's right. Look at this old man and old woman, even though they're so old. How sad for them.
Seriously, I definitely don't want to become an embarrassing old man like that. Can't believe they're happy over some sushi. Those peasants. Hey, old lady, why are you with such a sad, good-for-nothing guy like that? Is that your husband?
My husband, Richard, who I loved very much. How dare you talk about him like that? Oh, you're going to pay for this. Even though he went out of his way to make a reservation at a fancy restaurant like this to celebrate with me, I felt so bad about this. I thought my head was going to explode from anger. And so, while gritting my teeth, I started to think about how I could damage these two. However, at that moment... Wait, ever since these two got here, they've been talking about being part of some major company or something, but the cafe that I ran into was right around here as well, so as a test, I decided to ask this question. May I ask what company you work at?
Oh, please, old lady. You're really gonna ask Henry that?
It's called Panikori Trading Company. You know it, right? It's a super major company.
I thought so. That was when I grinned from ear to ear. We just finished eating our sushi, so we got the bill, and Richard and I walked out of the restaurant. And then, the moment that we got outside, Richard and I could no longer hold it in, and we burst out into laughter because that couple, they're seriously so stupid that we couldn't help but laugh. And then, a few days after that, Isaac and I were heading towards our client company together, and as we were walking down the hallway,
Wait a minute. You?
there he was, the young guy from that couple, Henry. That's right, we were at Panicore Trading Company.
Hey, what's the peasant old lady doing here? Whoa, and that loser old man from the cafe the other day is also here.
But then, right at that moment, welcome, Miss Page, Mr. Isaac. This woman, Miss Sarah, who was a high-up manager at Panicore Trading Company, as Miss Sarah walked over to me, she politely bowed down to me and said,
Miss Page, congratulations on taking the seat as CEO.
That's what she said. But then, behind her,
CEO?
and then I turned over to Henry and said nonchalantly, "Oh, aren't you?" And I spoke directly to him.
No way. The old lady is a CEO? I thought you were a peasant.
Hey, old lady, peasant? Henry, what on earth are you saying to Miss Page? See?
Because at the sushi restaurant, she kept saying things that only a peasant would say.
Miss Page, I'm terribly sorry about this. Miss Page here is the CEO of our biggest partner company. You need to bow down immediately.
Biggest partner company? That means bigger than our company.
How dare you! I heard that you put on an act during your interview, but then because you were accepted into our company, you've been getting carried away. And you've been causing so many problems. Now hurry up, bow down to Miss Page right now!
Yes, ma'am.
That was when Miss Sarah went over and put Henry's head underneath her hand and forced it down towards me. Interesting. You're an employee that's causing a lot of problems. That makes sense. In this neighborhood lately, I had the opportunity to run into this young man twice already, but he's been saying some very problematic things. Isn't that right, Isaac?
What?
Because how was I supposed to know that she was the CEO of a client company?
Regardless of whether I'm CEO or not, and that situation, it's given that you should apologize, isn't it? Do you understand, Mr. Henry?
Ah!
And by the way, the other day, when I was at the sushi restaurant with my husband, we were actually celebrating my promotion to CEO. But then you and your partner were laughing at us, calling me and my husband peasants, and saying you felt sorry for us. Miss Sarah, what do you think about that?
What? Henry!
That was when Miss Sarah had even more force on her arm, and Henry's body was pushed further and further down to the ground. Because of the commotion, there was a crowd of people around us, and the CEO of Panicore Trading Company also arrived. Henry was on his knees, apologizing to me. And then a few days later, he showed up at my company and
I'm terribly sorry.
he said, apologizing with tears in his eyes.
Please, I was finally able to get a job at Panicore Trading Company, but I was told that until I have your forgiveness, Miss Page, I'm not allowed back at the company. Hannah said, my girlfriend said, that she doesn't need a guy like me if I don't have a good job.
Interesting. Isn't that tough? This was when I put on a serious face and glared at Henry. Please leave. And that was all I said. That was when I told the secretary to kick Henry out of our office.
Wait, please, wait, please forgive me!
Crying and screaming, Henry was picked up by our security and thrown outside. After that, I heard that Henry was fired from Panic Car Trading Company. Well, apparently, he had been causing a lot of problems already. For the record, Hannah ended up breaking up with Henry, and the relationship fell apart. She must have thought there was no value to a guy that wasn't working at a major company. However, not long after that, I heard that Hannah was arrested for a marriage scam. When I was surfing the internet for news that day, and I was shocked when I suddenly saw a picture of Hannah being taken in by police. When I went on social media to do a quick search on Hannah, I found some quick posts by people who said they'd known Hannah. Ever since she was a student, she's always liked men and liked money, and they had posted that she had always been a rude person. After that, Henry came to my office again and apologized down to me. According to what he told me, Henry still hasn't been able to find a new job, and he had to move into a rundown apartment, and every day he's running between part-time jobs. I'm sure that guy was desperate to go back to Panic Car Trading Company, but of course, I wasn't going to forgive him. Well then, on the other hand, as for me, now that I was the CEO of the company, I've been a little bit busy. But Richard is supporting me, and I'm working hard every day. Just the other day, I'm home. Whew, I'm exhausted.
Welcome home. Here, I made your favorite dish, Paige. It's omurice.
Wow, it even has my favorite sauce on it. Richard, you really are so good at cooking. I'm the luckiest girl.
And I'm also the luckiest guy. Every day that I get to spend with you, Paige, I love it. We've both been so busy that we haven't been able to go out to eat. But in return, I promise I'm going to make something delicious every single day for you and feed you.
Anyways, glad everything worked out.
I'm Pam. I'm 45 years old. My daughter Kelly graduated from college and moved out of the house 2 years ago. Now, it was just me and my husband, Bob. We weren't living together anymore, but Kelly and I always texted each other. And the other day, she told me she got engaged. My husband and I were really excited to hear the good news. We couldn't wait for the wedding, but then something unexpected happened. One day, when I got home, I found this envelope addressed to Bob. What the? It's from a loan company. Bob was never good with money, so I was always in charge of the money. A few years ago, he borrowed some money without telling me, and we got into a huge fight because of it. He promised me he'll never do anything like that again. I really hope I'm wrong about this. Maybe it's just a misunderstanding. Yeah, that's gotta be it. But recently, he was on edge. Everyone around him was getting promoted these days, and he didn't like that, I guess. Maybe he borrowed some money and went to the casino or something to blow off some steam. I better have a talk with him tonight. That night when he got home, I confronted him right away. Hey, this came for you in the mail today. So you know something about this. You promised me you weren't gonna do this again. I didn't open it yet, but here, open it.
Fine.
Then he opened the envelope and showed me the letter. $1,000 with interest. Well, I have some money saved up, so it's nothing I can't handle. I thought it was way more than that, so I was kind of relieved. Hey, we talked about this. If you need money, just ask. Please don't go out there and borrow money from loan companies like this.
But it was a few days after I got my allowance, and I thought you'd get mad if I asked for more.
Yeah, but that's irrelevant. So what did you use it on?
Gambling.
Wait, is that why you've been coming home late these days?
Yeah.
He loved to gamble. That's why he got into debt the last time around. Gambling isn't a bad thing in itself, but he was an addict. He couldn't control himself, and that was the problem. But yelling at him might make things worse. He always gambled when he was stressed out, and he was stressed out because all his colleagues were getting promoted. So I didn't think yelling at him would solve the problem here. So I decided to let it go for the time being. Then the next morning, I came up with an idea. Bob, why don't we go on a vacation or something? It'll be great to relax and take your mind off of things. I thought it was a pretty good idea, but Bob said,
Huh? I don't wanna. You always look down on me. I don't like spending time with you. You make more money than me now. You think you're better than me now.
huh? But I never look down on you. Ever. I never do that.
You're lying. You don't say it, but I know you feel that way.
There's no talking to him when he gets like this. I don't know what to do. So I decided to get some help. Bob's sister Nancy lived nearby, and she always helped me out with things like this. She was really a friendly person, but I heard she was in a motorcycle gang when she was young. You don't want to make her angry. Bob was really afraid of her, and he usually listened to her, so I always went to her for help. A few days later, I met up with her at a cafe. Sorry I'm late. My husband came down with a fever this morning. Oh no, sorry to hear that. We can reschedule if you want. Oh, it's fine, no worries. And sorry about my brother. What did he do now? So I started telling her about what happened. And these days, he's always coming home late. There are several casinos on his way home from work, so I guess he can't resist it. Pam? Yeah? What time does he get off of work? Around 7 p.m., I think. Okay, I see. What is it? Oh, nothing, no worries. I'm gonna look into this and get back to you, okay? She had this weird look on her face. Not sure what it was, but I guess I'll just have to wait and see. We were only there for about 30 minutes. Her husband was sick, so I thought I should wrap it up quickly. On my way home, I had some errands to run, so I headed to the bank. Every month we send his parents $500. A few years ago, when we got married, they paid for our wedding, so we wanted to pay them back little by little. At first, his mother said it was fine, but it didn't feel right, so I insisted. It was the right thing to do. Then, a few days later, I got a text from Bob's mother saying she wanted to talk. It was a few weeks after I found the letter addressed to Bob. I got the text a few hours before work was over, and she texted Bob too. She said she wanted to see both of us. I always got off of work before him, so I headed over there right away. It sounded like she was in a hurry, so I got there before Bob. Her husband got sick several years ago, so I haven't been in their house for a while. I rang the doorbell, she opened the door and let me in. Thanks for coming on such short notice. Sure thing. How's your husband? He's doing well. Thanks for asking. He's taking a nap right now. Is Bob coming? He didn't return my text. When he's working, he can't use his personal phone, so I'm sure he's just working. I'm sure he'll be here soon. Oh, okay. Well, the thing is, she looked really upset for some reason. This can't be good. I'm truly sorry. She started apologizing to me. Huh? What are you talking about? You've been really good to us. You helped out Nancy with her wedding, and you send us money every month, but I don't know if we can help you anymore. Help me? With what? Hold on. What's going on? We're living off of our pension now, and my husband is sick too, so... Okay? What I'm saying is, we can't support you guys financially anymore. Help us financially? I know your mother is in the hospital, and I also know that you recently got a demotion at work, but... What is she talking about? I know you need a lot of money, but we just can't help you anymore. I'm really sorry. $500 was a lot to begin with, and now you guys want $1,000. I just can't do it anymore. She started apologizing to me again. She was crying now. I had no idea what she was talking about, though. What's going on here? Hold on. Who told you all of this? Huh? Bob, why? Wait, the money I've been sending you every month, you got those, right? Yeah, all $2,000 of it. I'm really grateful. $2,000? That doesn't sound right. Over the years, I probably sent over $10,000. Then it hit me. Bob was stealing money from both of us. I cannot believe this. Oh! I was enraged.
I'm here.
Then Bob arrived. Ugh, I'm gonna tear him apart. He was lying and stealing from us all along. He's gonna pay. I decided to teach him a lesson. A few seconds later, he came into the living room.
Sorry I'm late. I tried to return your text, but my phone ran out of batteries. So what's going on here? What do you guys want to talk to me about? I'm kind of busy, so can we get this over with? I'm a pretty busy guy, you know. So what is it?
Busy? Ha! He just wants to go gambling. I ignored him and turned to his mother. Hey, I've been sending you money for a while now. $500 every month. Then I took out the bank book and glared at Bob.
Ah.
That shut him up. Wait, that's the bank book we gave you when you guys had your wedding?
Ah.
And, I know you used to send me money every month, but Bob told me you got demotion, and I thought that's why you stopped. And your mom's in the hospital, right? No, I didn't get a demotion, and my mom's doing just fine. She's not in the hospital. What? A few months ago, Bob gave me the bank book and told me to deposit the money here from now on. He told me that you said you stopped using your old account. What? That's not true at all. Wait a minute. Yep, he's been lying to us all along. He's been stealing from both of us. You got anything to say to us? He was done for. His face went pale.
Hold on. I was gonna pay you guys back.
Then someone walked in through the front door. Then... Hey, Bob. It was Nancy. Talk about good timing. I know what you've been up to. What's wrong with you, huh? My husband loves to go to the casinos too, but he said he's never seen you there before. I knew something was up, so I followed you one day after work. You weren't going to a casino, you were going to a hostess club. I saw you taking that girl. Don't even try to deny it. How dare you?
I'm sorry.
He seemed frightened. He fell to the ground begging for mercy.
Things haven't been going well for me at work lately, and to make things worse, my wife makes more money than me now. I just wanted to vent. That's all. It's not my fault.
Stop making excuses, you little shit. Get up! Then Nancy and his mother turned to me and apologized on behalf of Bob. I let out a big sigh and said, "It's not your fault. You haven't done anything wrong. But you, I am through with you. I want a divorce."
Hold on. It's true that I was going to a hostess club, but it's not like I cheated on you. At least not yet.
Not yet?
No, I mean...
Look, I don't care, okay? I don't want to be in the same room as you anymore.
No!
Pam, I'm so sorry about this.
Mom? But I don't have any money.
Don't worry about that. I'll ask my husband to find you a new job. It's gonna be really tough, but the money will be better.
No.
All right, sounds good, thanks.
Wait, Pam!
He started running towards me, but Nancy and his mother stopped him before he could get any closer to me. They held him down, and he wasn't going anywhere. I was done with him, so I walked out of the house. I could hear him screaming from inside. Not sure what they were doing to him, but oh well. I got on the bus and headed back home. A few weeks later, the divorce was finalized. I got a huge cash settlement from him. Nancy made him quit his job and put him to work at a different company her husband found for him. He actually worked multiple jobs now. He barely had time to rest. The thing is, he had borrowed money from a lot of different companies. He was up to his neck in debt. It was much worse than I thought. I didn't even know what to say to him anymore. He worked nonstop to pay off his debt, and he couldn't run away because everyone was keeping an eye on him. He barely had time for himself now, and it wasn't looking good for him. He was an empty shell of a man now. And now he couldn't even go to his daughter's wedding. He was miserable. By the way, it was a beautiful wedding. I couldn't stop crying when I saw my little baby in that beautiful wedding dress. When I told her about Bob, she was disgusted by him. She didn't even send him an invitation. Then, about a month after the wedding, "Hey, Pam! Nancy, thanks for helping me move. It's really nice of you." "Oh, come on. After what my idiot brother did to you, it's the least I can do. I'm gonna miss you, though. I can't believe you're moving." Yeah, I was surprised, too, when my daughter asked me to move in with her. She's all grown up now. Hey, if you want, you should come over and visit us. My daughter loves you. She'll be thrilled. I'd love that. It's a shame what happened to Bob, but we're still family, so again, thanks for everything.
My name is Yasmin. I'm a housewife and I work part-time as well. I live together with my husband and my parents-in-law in their house. My husband has an older sister and a younger sister. They both live close to my parents-in-law's house. That's why during the weekends, I see them a lot. Yasmin, I'm so sorry for always coming to visit. Am I bothering you? No, not at all. Besides, the food tastes better when everyone is here. Penelope, we're having hot pot today. Don't hesitate to eat as much as you want, okay?
Yes, I love pork hot pot. I'll bring the plates over there, okay?
My sister-in-law Paige and her daughter Penelope always help me whenever I prepare food for everyone. They are the complete opposites of my other sister-in-law, Serena. What, is that pork hot pot? That's unbelievable. Hot pot should be beef, right? Beef.
You don't have to eat it if you'll complain about it.
Beef is a bit too hard for your father to digest, so, he said the pork is better, so that's what I prepared. Oh my, Yasmin! Maybe that's because you keep on feeding Dad food for the poor. Just because my brother doesn't earn much doesn't mean you should only feed us cheap food. Huh.
If you're complaining that much, why don't you prepare the food yourself? I'm talking to Yasmin.
I'm sorry.
By the way, the beef we had for hot pot the other day was Wagyu beef. Lowly white-collar worker like your husband probably can't afford Wagyu beef. The one making lots of money is your husband, not you, Aunt Serena. So I don't think you should be boasting about that.
What? Shut up, you brat. My husband and I are filthy rich. Well, I guess looking from the perspective of Serena, who married an elite man, she might see pork hot pot as food for middle-income families. But even though she says those things, whenever she comes to eat at her parents' house, she's always the one who eats the most. Whenever this happens, Paige and Penelope are the ones who come to rescue me every time. Serena, stop being rude.
That's right. Mounting your wealth is so uncool.
What did you just... I just remembered something. I received a dress from your mother again, Yasmin. Thank you so much. To show my gratitude, I sent her a local specialty to the Bell residence. Maybe it was to change the topic, but thankfully Paige thanked me for the dress for Penelope that my mother sent to their house. Well, Belle is my maiden name. What, really? You didn't have to send anything in return. No, it's fine. I'm truly grateful for the beautiful dress she gave to Penelope. Belle March is a luxury brand for children's clothing. It cost me a lot of money if I bought it myself. The mothers of the kindergarten envy me because my daughter wears a luxury brand dress for everyday use.
Look! This is the dress that Grandma Machiko gave to me.
Penelope twirled to show the dress. Wow, you look so pretty in that dress. I'm sure my mother would be very happy.
You know what? When my mother called Grandma Machiko to say thank you, she told me to visit her with you, Auntie Yasmin. She said that if I did, she would give me another Belle March dress. She also said that she'll make me choose what I want from the new collection.
What? Penelope, I didn't know you made that kind of promise with her. You're being cheeky, Penelope. It will never be a nuisance to Mrs. Bell. Please don't worry about that. As I've said many times, please don't worry about that at all, because Penelope and my mother are very close. Actually, the reason why I met my husband is sort of because of Penelope. When I was still single, Paige's family lived in my hometown for a while because of her husband's work. Then at a children's event at the time, Penelope and my mother became close friends. In relation to that, I was able to meet my husband, so I think of Penelope as kind of like a Cupid for me and my husband. I don't have children, and my mother sees Penelope like her granddaughter. That's why my mother and I are happy to give you pretty dresses.
Is that so?
Well, then I'll thankfully accept your gift. When Paige and Penelope left the scene, Serena came back closer to me. Hey! Belle March is a luxury brand, right? Why is it that only Penelope is the only one receiving dresses? That's unfair to me. Because Belle March is a kid's brand, so I can't gift them to adults. It doesn't have to be a Belle whatever. Well, my husband is a wealthy elite, so I can afford to buy luxury brand clothes, but so extended, we're family, so you should be gifting me too. You really have no common sense, Yasmin. I'm sorry? I mean, your mother is unfair, because she keeps on sending dresses to Penelope, but she never gives you any clothes at all. Hey, this is a warning to you, but you're nearing your 30s, so you should wear better clothes. You need to be able to wear luxury brand clothes stylishly like me. Oh, sorry, I was wrong about that. Even if you only wear luxury brand clothing, and if you only go to the grocery store in your part-time work, there's no point in dressing up. I'm sorry. You're lucky I don't argue with you. My sister-in-law is saying whatever she wants to say. Well, Serena does have a point, though. Penelope and my mother might not be really close, but sending things only to her sister's family without giving her anything to her might not strike a good balance. But I can't send kids' clothes to a grown woman. So what should I do now? I was having a difficult time deciding, but I was eventually able to find a solution. To my surprise, my sister-in-law Serena got pregnant. She found out that she was pregnant quite late. By the time she found out, she was already 5 months pregnant. That means she will give birth around 5 months. I now have a solution to my problem. So I told my mom about the situation, and I also told her to send Belle March clothes to Serena's baby. I'm sure Serena will be very happy. Or so I thought. But everything didn't go as expected. 5 months later, almost half a year had passed since Serena found out that she was pregnant and a healthy baby girl was born. Immediately after Serena was discharged from the hospital, I went to visit Serena and her newborn baby girl to hand my mother's gift to them. Serena, congratulations on the birth of your first baby! This is a gift from my mother. My mother made this dress, and I then handed the baby dress that was beautifully wrapped with a ribbon. But Serena gave a shocking response. What? Handmade clothes? You're unbelievable! You gave Penelope a luxury brand dress, but you're only giving handmade dresses to my daughter? No, that's not... What in the world is wrong with your mother? to gift is a cheap gift. Preposterous! Where did all her common sense go? I didn't think it was preposterous to gift a handmade clothing to celebrate a baby's birth.
In this day and age, you can buy anything anywhere. But you chose to gift handmade clothes? Ah, that's so uncool.
Understood. If you say that much, then I will bring this dress back home with me.
Hey, it's fine. I'll take this because I have to. If people find out that I gave back a gift, they'll scold me. Baby clothes easily get dirty after all. It can't be helped, so I'll just receive this and use it as a rug.
I became furious watching Serena take loads of pictures with the dress to use as a rug to clean stuff. To the dress that I gave as a special gift for the birth of her daughter? This is extremely absurd. However, this was not enough in itself. 1 week later, exactly a week after I gave the celebratory gift to Serena for the birth of her baby, I was relaxing and having a cup of tea with Paige. But then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Serena ran to the house.
Wait a minute. What's the meaning of this? Huh? What is it? Wait, where's your baby? I don't care about the baby. Look at social media. What in the world is happening?
Serena showed us what was written on the smartphone. Then we saw that there was an outrageous post on the screen.
I received this dress as a gift for the birth of my baby. Apparently this is handmade. A handmade product in this day and age. What does she think it is? The 1930s? This is hand-sewn by my oldest brother's wife's mother. It's so lame.
It's troubling to receive a gift from someone who has bad taste in gift giving. Then on the social media screen was the dress that my mother gave to Serena for her daughter.
Hey, Penelope, did you post this picture? Why are you being stingy selling a gift? What? It's not just that. Take a proper look.
After Serena uttered those words, I looked at the screen again and was shocked. That's because there were more than 10,000 likes on the post and there were plenty of comments.
What? The number of comments has reached more than 10,000. What in the world is happening? And this comment.
This is the recently popular luxury brand Belle Marsh, right? And is this a new item from Belle Marsh? It's very cute.
What? Belle Marsh is handmade?
So I replied with a smug look on my face. It is handmade, you know. Also, it's true that this dress is a Belle Marsh dress.
Wait, what? What? Serena, you don't know? Yasmin's mother is the owner and designer of Belle Marsh. What?
That's right. The clothes that my mother had sewn for me became a hot topic among the people around me. Soon, some mothers started asking her to sew dresses for their daughters, until she was sewing plenty of dresses soon after. That's how the Belle Marsh brand was born. Her mother's maiden name is Belle, and she was born in March. Of course, she now leaves the production to the employees, but when it comes to very important customers and those that my mother personally knows, she makes them handmade and one of a kind.
What? I had no idea! So does that mean the dress you gave to Penelope?
Yes, of course, that dress was handmade by my mother. A one-of-a-kind dress from Belle Marsh.
Huh! You don't even know the value of what you received. But how dare you say that it was ugly?
When I looked closely at the phone screen, many people were saying the same things as what Paige had just said.
I think it's not good to be stingy with a gift received from someone.
How do you think the person who gave it to you feels if they saw what you wrote about their gift on social media?
I thought she was insane to begin with, but I didn't expect her to go this far. I'm worried about her child.
What nerves to say that Belle Marsh clothes are ugly? Her lack of taste has been exposed. I shouldn't laugh at the situation, but I can't help it.
Yeah, Yasmin! Make Belle Marsh clothes for my daughter again!
Serena finally realized that the dress we gave her was a one-of-a-kind luxury brand dress made by my mother. So she now depends on me because of that. Of course I don't want to. I'm sure my mother will also decline your request this time. You said how ugly the dress looked when I gave it to you. But now that you know its worth, you want it?
Because I didn't know!
Ignorance is truly a sin. Do you know what ignorance is a sin means? It's Socrates' words in exactly the situation you're in right now. I think you should also learn the phrase that goes, water under the bridge, because you're very ignorant. Whether it be a luxury brand dress or not, this is a very precious dress to me because my mother made it. I can't give the precious clothes that my mother makes to someone who can't tell its worth. Oh no, but please! If I don't do anything about this, I'll be treated as an ignorant and uncool person. I can't live without social media, so I don't want to lose my position there. Paige scolded Serena, who started crying. Serena, take it easy. Just because you received 10,000 likes on your post, you abruptly changed your attitude? You are very frivolous. It's too late to regret what you did because the world knows what your true character is now. After that, Serena's post was shared with thousands and millions. Her post went viral on the internet, regarding her as the woman with zero taste in clothes and a stint with gifts. A series of mocking comments were directed at Serena until she eventually stopped working there. The social media platforms that she used to be so excited to use every day were gone. She then started venting her frustrations to her husband. I heard that she's getting on bad terms with her husband. I don't want her to go back to my parent-in-law's house if the relationship with her husband gets worse and worse, so I hope Serena's husband will somehow stay with her. Since that incident, Serena has never come close to me again and my peaceful days have returned.
Hello, Grandma Machiko.
Paige and Penelope are here at my mother's house today visiting. Hi, Penelope, welcome. Hello to you too, Paige. Thank you for inviting us.
Grandma Machiko, this dress looks pretty, right?
Penelope wore the Belle March dress and posed like a model. Ah, yes, super cute. You look very pretty in that dress. Do you want to try modeling for Belle March's new product launch?
Really? It's okay? Yippee! I'll do it!
What? You're just kidding, right? Wait, you're serious? Great for you, Penelope! Looking at Penelope wearing the dress that my mother made, she looks very happy and content. I want to be a mother soon and ask my mother to sew dresses for her grandchildren.
Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more!